Sadistic Penguin Studios presents It's Getting Drafty in Here.
Drafty old barn.
The show of drafting random nonsense.
I choose business ethics.
And now, coming to you from his basement, a.k.a. Draft Headquarters, your host and draft master, Magnificent Stan.
Hello, welcome to episode 58 of It's Getting Drafty in Here. I am your host, Magnificent Stan. Today is a special Sunday episode. It's November 10th, 2024. And we were supposed to do this before Halloween, but I was a little under the weather, so we pushed it to tonight. We're going to be drafting our favorite villains from horror films. I got a couple penguins on with us today. First of all, we got host of the At the Show podcast, the head penguin, if you will, our guy Yumper. What's up, buddy?
I am not the head of anything, but hello. How you guys doing?
I'm lovely.
Yeah, same.
Also joining us for another episode, our buddy Keelin. What's going on, Keelin?
Hi. Not much. I think Yumper is the leader.
The leader to nowhere, Keelin.
Dear leader. All right, I'll take that.
Are we going to sing Talking Heads now? All right. So yeah, horror movie villains. This is right up both of you guys' alley. So I am not as well versed in terms of horror films. I've seen plenty in my day, but you guys are more of the authority on it. But yeah, let's just dive right in. Yumper, you won the lottery. So let's go, Belle. What do you got? One.
Man, this one. I was kind of worried this was going to be taken off the board, so I'm kind of happy I got 1-1. And I'm going to go with probably the most funniest villain that everybody loves, and you really can't hate, even though he's a psychopath and has some questionable history if you look at the remake. But I'm going to go with Freddy Krueger.
It's good.
When I go to sleep at night, I always make sure he's not inside my waterbed.
Apparently, Chuck Norris... Freddy Krueger checks to make sure Chuck Norris is not under his bed either.
So who played a better Freddy Krueger? Was it the guy that played Kelly Leak in Bad News Bears or Robert Englund?
Robert Englund by far. Although Kelly Leak actually is a good actor. He was in Lincoln, The Watchmen, but Robert Englund by far.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You know, that remake wasn't that bad, though. Like, honestly, like...
It was a remake of the first one, but it just... He just... I don't know. They made him look horrible, and then they made him a pedophile, which made it even worse.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie?
Ooh. Probably the Dream Warriors.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Although the first one's classic.
Yes.
Especially for that one part where her mom gets dragged through the window, and it's so blatantly a big ass dummy.
So when I was reading about that, like Craven actually shot a happy ending. So they were supposed to drive off in the car and go to school the next day, and the studio's like, no, we gotta make sure that if this succeeds, they're gonna have some sequels. So he shot the thing where she gets pulled through the doorway, the window of the door. So that eventually is what they went with, and it spawned out of sequels.
That's wild. Yeah, they really strung that along as well as they could, you know. But that's what they do all horror when they get a franchise going. They just let's make another one over and over and over again.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Jack, did you want me to take the Leprechaun? I'm a big Warwick Davis guy, so.
Willow.
All right. Or you can what was the name of the Ewok?
Wicket.
Wicket, that's what it was.
Yeah. God, I'm a nerd.
Absolutely. All right, Keelin, let's go number 2.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with xenomorphs. Yeah. I was going to say girl power, but recently I learned that actually xenomorphs, I feel like everybody kind of refers to them as if they're like female. but I learned recently that that's just like a thing people made up somewhere. In my head, I'm gonna leave it. But yeah, I think part of what makes them scary is that there are so many of them, and they never really die. And if anybody's seen the new one, that big like nest, the new alien, the big nest of them is terrifying.
Wait. So they're not female? What about the queen?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was just like a thing, but I read recently because I thought the same thing. I was like, oh yeah, they're all. How do they? I think I was like, how does xenomorphs like mate if they're all the same?
In the in I don't know, the resurrection, didn't she give birth to one? Like she gave birth to that.
Yeah.
The alien.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But then again, aren't they? They're not using that as in the lore. I don't know.
I know. Yeah, I guess they kind of went off. Yeah, Xenomorph Warrior Princess. It's beautiful.
Xena's kind of frightening too. No, I'm kidding.
She would kill you.
Yes. Dude, she's awesome in
and I might let her.
And Ash vs. the Evil Dead, she's in there. She's pretty funny in there.
That's awesome.
Lucy Lawless.
Yeah.
She's a good actress. She's the only woman that could tame Ron Swanson. So. But all right. I promised myself I would draft like just silly nonsense tonight and let you guys like have the core villains. So my first pick, I'm going off the path a bit. I'm gonna go with Mayor Vaughn from Jaws.
Oh,
that's creative. I like it.
That son of a bitch. Why they didn't have the shark fucking eat that guy? I'll never understand. So just to make sure anybody that does like who the fuck is Mayor Vaughn? But yeah, I mean the guy's a scumbag. The guy knew that this fucking shark was eating up everybody, eating up all the kids, and he's like, "Oh, we need our our beaches open for 4th of July or whatever. Get the fuck out of here."
he's money driven, man.
He's a scumbag.
Was.
Mayor Lightfoot.
Yeah, I saw that too. I was about to click on that too. That's pretty funny. Rosie the robot in the Jetsons movie. What?
I mean, that's good. I saw Look Who's Talking mentioned too, and I was like, that toilet, the talking toilet, Kevin. Yeah.
Talking toilet looks exactly like the chair from Killer Sofa. Which, if you don't know what Killer Sofa is, look it up and just look at the freaking promo poster for Killer Sofa.
I think you watch it for free on YouTube.
At one point you could. I don't know if you can anymore, but I'm just gonna pull it up because I think it's freaking ridiculous.
Bandersex. Wow.
Killer Sofa.
Have you seen Killer Sofa, Keelin?
I have not.
He always wants me to do a review on it. He's like, "Oh, you should do a review on this movie, Killer Sofa."
I think you should do, what is that one movie? Butt Boy?
Butt Boy.
For some reason, when I was thinking of Killer Sofa, I thought of Butt Boy. Like, I don't know, farting on the couch.
Nimgeneer Plots.
I think the most ridiculous part of it is it's not even a sofa.
No, that's like a lazy boy. There's
it's a freaking lazy boy. It's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Hey, is that German though? Nimgeneer.
Yeah.
Plots? Okay.
Yeah, I guess that's the German version of Killer Sofa. It won a lot of awards in Germany.
Oscars.
Was David Hasselhoff in it?
Could have been.
All right, my second pick, another off the path here. I'm gonna go with the character of Officer Mooney from Killer.
Oh my god, dude!
That's a good one. I hate him so much.
That guy is a phenomenal actor. You know what? I'm gonna just right, and then Freddy Krueger. You don't need to display what series they're from, but yeah, that guy's such a piece of shit. He's the most corrupt cop you'll ever. He's worse than Maniac Cop.
He puts the clown in the cell and like hits him with his nightstick.
Yeah, and then the clown.
Just looks at him. He gets scared.
Basically turns him into a marionette or a puppet.
He does have one of the best lines in that film. Like when he's like, "Don't worry, we're not trying to scare you. We're just trying to kill you."
Yep. But that's after, isn't the clown controlling him at that point?
Yeah, it's when he's a ventriloquist.
Ugh.
Ventriloquist dummy.
I'm not gonna lie, that movie's goofy, but it scared me. That part scared me specifically as a child. But guy's very annoying, so I was like, finally.
Curtis.
He was also the bad guy. He played Mr. Big in I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Sex in the City at first. I was like, I don't think that was that guy.
He played Big on Sex in the City.
I don't remember him being the
Chris Noth.
Huh. That'd be interesting though.
Oh.
No baloney. Freddy Krueger's not from Five Nights at Freddy's. That'd be awesome though if he was. Mike Myers in the Love Guru.
He's in Animal House too. He's the dean.
Yeah. He is the dean at Animal House. I forgot that. John Vernon, right? What was the name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's he's a very good actor. Like just really good. Like just he could play like a piece of shit pretty well. He's like the guy from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I mean, that guy can't be in anything anymore for other reasons, but we won't talk about that tonight.
Yeah.
But that guy always played a good piece of shit, you know.
Edward Rooney.
Yeah.
Dean of Students.
The dad in Beetlejuice. They turned him into a cartoon in the new one.
Yeah, and then just like a headless corpse. That was great.
Yeah, he's
what
also.
Did you think of that movie?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it. Keelan, you saw it?
Yeah. I thought it was. I mean, it's really hard to meet the original on that one. I thought Michael Keaton and Catherine O'Hara were great. I don't really like how Lydia's trajectory went.
Thank you.
In that movie, yeah, I was like, come on, you guys have like reduced her to sad single mom. I didn't like that.
Well, yeah, and the whole idea of the first. The whole idea of the first one was she was obviously like a broken child.
Yeah,
and like I don't want to say they fixed her, but I mean she was a pretty well-adjusted human being by the end of the movie, and then she's like a scatterbrain lunatic in the new movie. I felt it very unnecessary. We were very disappointed. We're huge Beetlejuice nerds, so we were kind of disappointed in that movie. But
yeah, I had to just be like, that was fun, and beyond that, I can't really. Michael Keaton, I think, like he still got it, and it works, I think. But yeah, it was. There were too many like side stories that never really fully developed. I think that was part of the problem too.
Well, and I think I think a lot of people aren't paying attention either because there's so many like weird little Easter eggs and shit throughout the movie. Sam, what the fuck, man? We're not talking about the election tonight.
Banned conversation.
Yeah, you're out, man. Shit. All right, Keelan, what do you got? Round 2.
Oh no, I wasn't ready.
Take your time.
I'm gonna go with. I actually don't know what to call it. So I'm going to call it The Thing from The Thing.
Ooh, good pick.
Yeah, it's a shapeshifter. That's pretty freaky. The fact it's like you don't really know necessarily what it is beyond maybe like it's an alien that's been there for a very long time, and they just find bits and pieces of mystery. And the next thing you know, one of your like I don't know what you call where they're at, their like base mates is hanging out and turns around and is like, so that's not good.
Make that noise again. Come on. Thank you.
It's good.
No, that's a good one. I doing my research, all the lists and things that people created over the years. There's like a website called Ranker where people like rank them, and then you can do like a thumbs up or thumbs down, and that's how they make the ranking. The Thing was number 1 on like most of those.
This is a good movie. I mean, you got Kurt Russell automatically. It's like boosted 20 points, 50 points. I don't know on what scale, but some scale, 50 points. Kurt Russell.
Alrighty then.
The greatest.
That's a Carpenter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we're big Carpenter stans.
Is that going to be a lead in to a draft pick coming up here?
Maybe. I'm like, how fringe should I go?
Yeah.
Like shift here.
No. I'm gonna go with so many picks to go through. I'm just looking through my list. I'm gonna go with probably, in my opinion, one of, if not the scariest movie I grew up watching, which is The Exorcist. I'm gonna go with Reagan McNeil's Possessed. Reagan, I think it's Pazuzu, but she wasn't named Pazuzu in the first one. So Reagan McNeil, Possessed from The Exorcist.
If you look at a picture of my wife from when she was like 6 or 7 years old, she looks exactly like Linda Blair. It's kind of creepy.
I was like, what are you gonna say?
Wow.
I'll have to fight. I'll have to go to Brandy's mom's house and like steal the picture and take a picture of it and be like, see, my wife is going to be possessed by a demon at some point.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe she already is. We don't know.
Now, did you guys see the remake? Well, the
the new
sequel?
one? No.
Horrible.
Oh, I did. Yeah. It was bad. Yeah.
It's so bad, man.
Remember when Michael Chiklis was the thing?
Dude, didn't they give him like giant sneakers to wear? And the thing at the end of the movie, he had like big giant like Adidas's on.
In
Fantastic. Yeah.
I don't remember, but that movie was such a big pile of shit that it wouldn't surprise me.
Maloney, help me out. He had big sneakers on at the end, right?
The biggest villain in all horror films is that the family starts out happy.
Yeah.
That
What
is
about
true.
what about Get Out? That happens. That happens, Sam. So
That shit happens.
it's real. It's real and it happens all the
real.
time. That's how they get you.
Man.
Oh man,
All right.
Keelan took the thing. I was gonna do that one.
If you guys don't mind, I'm just going to go ahead and add a fifth round now because I think we're going to get there anyway because we're already halfway through and it's only been 17 minutes into the show. So
Got a
add
list.
that fifth round. Yeah, I assumed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my next pick. I'm going to go with a person that constantly gets made in giant sneakers. See, I knew. Constantly gets made into movies, whether it be romantic ones or comedies or horror movies, and that's Dracula. Constantly remade villain.
So just Dracula and then no like actual attachment, just the character of Dracula.
I mean, you can go Bela Lugosi. I guess he's the.
I'm not trying to like. Yeah, no, it's fine to do it that way. I think that's a clever pick. Yeah.
What about like Gary Oldman Dracula?
Did you ever see? There's a clip of him in like the Dracula makeup, and like I guess Keanu Reeves was late to set, and he was like, "Where's Keanu at?" And they're like, "Oh, he hasn't made it yet." He gets pissed and walks off. It's like the funniest thing. He
I
looks
know.
so mad.
I really want to see
I
it,
have to
though.
send this to you. I have to look for it. I have to send this to you. It's great.
There's somebody in my neighborhood that has like a Jesus statue, but I guess they repainted it at some point, so it's very white with like dark black hair, and they put a little like hat on it. So every time I walk by it, I'm like, that's
Looks
like
like-
Gary Oldman Dracula, yeah,
Oh my god.
/ Jesus.
I mean, that movie wasn't bad though. The Bram Stoker movie wasn't bad.
No,
The soundtrack
fine.
was really good too.
Mm-hmm.
We had that on CD. It was good.
What?
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
that Dracula movie on CD. It was awesome.
and Yumper, this is for you.
Yes. See, I told you. There. I was wrong. They were They were Nikes.
Oh,
He
they're
had,
the
Nikes.
Cortez.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
what-
Cortez. Yeah,
he
right.
had gigantic sneakers. I knew he had them.
Classic.
All right.
The stupid shit I remember. It's ridiculous.
Right. Oh man. All right, Keelan, what do you got?
Oh god. So for this next round, I felt like this was kind of a not cheating. It wasn't cheating. I went with Pennywise for this one. Scared of clowns.
Band or
Yes. How many people can I offend here? I don't know how many people like.
Many. The clown community would be very offended.
Well, we've already talked about. Oh, you didn't mention the clowns though in Killer Clown. It was the cop. So
Yeah.
So it's on me now.
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, he's terrifying. And honestly, I was about to pick. I've read it, the actual book, and there's this character in the book that's actually scarier to me than Pennywise, and it's one of those little kids, the bad kids,
I know
Patrick
you're talking about.
Hockstetter.
Yes, I
Yeah,
know.
that, and they like completely glossed over that part in the movie, because it's like they probably can't show anything that he did, which is that's pretty amazing because Pennywise is like terrifying and again shapeshifter, kind of like the Thing.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about Patrick Hockstetter is that Pennywise didn't know what to turn into to scare him.
Yeah,
That's how fucked up that guy was.
yeah, it's very insane.
Well, our buddy Kevin here has a good suggestion for us.
Bees
I think
and
we
My
should.
Girl.
I think we should have picked the bees from My Girl.
Did I sent
Just
you guys
bees.
the Macaulay Culkin Candyman thing, right?
I don't think
It's
so.
a picture of Macaulay Culkin in the Candyman poster with the bees on him.
Yes, you did. I'm sorry, you did. You did. Yes, yes, you did. I saw that.
My buddy sent that to me. I was like,
Ridiculous.
oh man.
Now, did you see that they're doing a prequel to it?
Yeah.
They're doing a
No, that's
series,
cool.
and Skarsgård actually already agreed to play the roles again.
Oh
So,
wait, oh, is on Max or whatever it is now.
yeah, yep.
HBO Max. Yeah.
It's not TV; it's HBO.
Hobo.
So who's the better Pennywise, Keelan?
That's a really good question.
Ooh.
I mean, I feel like I'm kind of biased because listen, Tim Curry is amazing, and he's also the first one I saw. And the 1990s one is like kind of goofy, but it's still terrifying at times. Like even now when I watch it as an adult, like the scene where Tim Curry Pennywise pops out of the grave, still very unnerving. So I feel like I am partial to him, but I think, yeah, there's the other Skarsgård. Too many Skarsgårds.
Alexander Skarsgård.
No, Bill
Yeah.
Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Bill Skarsgård.
Was it Bill? Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, it's Bill.
Yeah. He's still really, really good.
Some Nordic guy.
Some guy, maybe family or maybe not. Yeah, and I think he does the eye thing. That's really very creepy. So, yeah, it's tough.
See, I always felt like the creep part of Pennywise was that it was something that would draw kids in, and I don't think the new one really, like, he's already fucking creepy as shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, at
Yeah.
least the Tim Curry one, you're like, oh, hey, he looks like a lovable clown. Like, oh, and he fucking ate me. You know, like, so I thought that kind of drew people in a little more, but at the same time, they're both equally fucking frightening.
Yeah, you're right. He came out swinging in the new ones
Yep.
with like the arm thing, waving arm.
Oh god.
Hi. I agree with Sam in the comments. Too many Skarsgårds. I just can't keep them all straight.
There's way too many. All right. I am gonna go with this is one of my favorite movies. Stephen King. Not what you think. I'm not picking what you guys. I'm gonna go with Annie Wilkes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Misery.
That's a good pick.
So,
That was on my list.
Um,
It's good.
again, she draws you in with kindness, and she's just a fucking monster. I think that's what I like about my horror villains. Is it's something that like you're not expecting to be just like an absolute monster of a human being, and that's exactly what she was. So yeah, and Kathy Bates can't go wrong. Like she was perfect in that movie.
Yes. Terrifying.
Yeah. I remember. I think the first time I ever saw that, I was in like 6th grade, maybe 5th grade. My mom was like, "Yeah, I've heard this is scary," and so my friend and I rented it, and we were like, "This is boring," and we fell asleep during it. And I woke up at the hobbling scene, and was like in a kind of like hazy sleep state, and I was like, holy shit, what did I just see? And I like the next morning I told my friend about it, and I was just like, we have to watch it now because I don't know what I saw, but it was terrifying.
Yeah, that scene affects people. it's so real looking, you know.
Oh,
In the book,
Yeah.
she cuts his legs off.
yeah.
Jesus. I don't think they could have made that work, but yeah, I still like when Brandy and I have talked. She's never seen it, and I still have to show her that one. She hasn't seen a lot of horror movies, but that was one that's at the top of the list of like must see ones. Good, Caitlin. I hope he does get the sledgehammer.
Keep your man in line. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Take
my
his
next
feet.
pick. Is it okay for me to take a team of horror villains?
You are the draft master, Aaron.
All right, I'm not winning this draft anyway. I took a fucking mayor from Jaws as like a horror villain, so I'm gonna go. It's way off the path, but I'm going with Bozo and Slug from Toxic Avenger.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Bozo and Slug. Oh man, I haven't heard those names in a long time.
They love to get high and run people over with their car for points. It's so horrible. Like, I love the campiness. That's why I love Killer Clowns. That's why I love Toxic Avenger. Like, the gore is terrible. It's just so campy and horror. And the acting, like the guys that played those characters, oh boy, like just real fucking bad. But it fits in the movie. So they have absolutely no conscience. They're absolute monsters. So
That'll do it.
Kaufman.
So yeah, Bozo and Slug, final answer.
They're like serial killers in that movie.
Yeah, well they run. Yeah, they literally get like what I don't even know what kind of drugs they're on, but cocaine. I don't know, but they get in their car and they like to run children over and old people, and as they're doing it, they give each other points.
It's probably a Nuke from RoboCop.
Nuke.
Seems like they would cross over.
They're making a new RoboCop. I saw that, Keelin. Oh no, they're gonna like make a series or something like that.
Oh. We'll see.
The first one's fucking brilliant. The rest of them are just trash.
What are you talking about? The second one's awesome.
I love them.
See, the first one had like that sociological, like the world is fucked up. That's why we have to do shit like this. And the world's run by corporations. And then like the second one, they're just like, let's just blow shit up and be Michael Bay, basically.
I think I had to actually watch RoboCop 2 in a class. It was called Politics and Cinema.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was that now? 2's the one with the weird drug, right?
Nuke.
Oh,
Nuke,
maybe it
okay.
was the first one. Yeah, I mean that would make more sense. Which one has the mayor? He makes like a Harvey Milk incident. He makes a line like that about Twinkies or something like that.
Oh, it's the first one.
Okay, yeah, it is the
Is
first
it the
one.
first?
Never mind. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not the mayor. It's the it's one of the killers. That's like one of the people.
Yeah.
That's the mayor. He says the Twinkies are making him that way.
Yeah. I think that was tried to use, like the Twinkie defense was used in that case where the guy was like, I ate too many Twinkies, so that's why I killed people.
Yeah. The new movie is going to be called RoboCop Returns, and it's going to be a direct sequel of the first movie, ignoring the second, third, and remake.
Wow.
I like
So no samurai robots.
No, Peter Weller's coming back. I don't know if he's going to be in it. But
wow, that's cool.
no, I don't know. No, I don't know if he's in it. I'm just joking. But
Wow. You know, he has like a PhD.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, that's awesome. He's so cool.
What's the story about like a PA and him and Oreos and like he's like RoboCop gets an Oreo? Have you ever heard any of that
Yeah.
stuff? Like he couldn't move in the costume and all the makeup, and he wanted an Oreo, so he like turned the guy. He's like RoboCop gets an Oreo, and they like feed him Oreos. But he like denies that ever happened. Like he's like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but I never asked for Oreos on sets. Like it became a big thing to him for some reason.
You know, like this part where he was going into the dance club, like his upper body had the suit on it, and he was like basically in his underwear walking through the dance club because it was so hot.
They should have showed the full shot of that. Would have been interesting.
They should at least taken pictures on set of that. Like,
Yeah.
this is what we had to do. I hope in the TV show that he blows some dude's junk off.
Sam. Just read Sam's comment.
Hey, I didn't do.
Jesus Christ. Sam, be nice tonight.
Not possible.
You're gonna get me canceled, Sam.
It's about time, honestly. There is
He's just ramping up for Tuesday's comedian draft because he's on. So he's gonna say something wildly inappropriate and say he did it for comedy. So
have you guys seen? There's a video, like a parody video of RoboCop, and it's the scene, the attempted assault scene where he shoots the guy in the dick. There's a parody of it where there's just like guys that just keep coming up, and he just it's very graphic, and he just keeps shooting like 50 dicks off.
I have seen that. It's funny as hell.
Yeah,
that's all they like programmed him to do was shoot dicks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to get the job done. Let's be honest.
It worked.
There's going to be a lot of lawsuits, but that's going to get the job done.
That's what you get.
But there you go. All right, Keelin, what do you got?
Oh God. I'm gonna go with God, was he a captain or a doctor? I'm just gonna say Sam Neill in Event Horizon, but his character's name was Billy Weir. But I think he was Dr. Billy Weir in Event Horizon. So. Yeah. I mean, I just wouldn't expect Sam Neill to feel that creepy, and then just blows you away in that one. Real freak.
Billy Weir, Event Horizon. Should I put Doctor?
Yeah, Doctor. Maybe a Doctor. Doctor, Captain, same thing, right?
Well, I just looked it up on IMDb, and it just says his character's name is Weir and nothing else. So.
Yeah, that's what they call him through most of it, I think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's pretty much chaperoning them to hell, so with no eyes, because where they're going, they don't need eyes.
Right. That movie's really good. Like, it's underrated.
It is underrated.
I have seen it, but it's been like since it came out was the last time I saw it. So I remember not disliking it or anything like that. I just haven't seen it again.
Well, it's time.
It's time. I promise. As soon as we're done recording, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah. And show Brandy Misery.
Brandy needs to watch a lot of horror movies. I just showed her the first Creep Show recently. And she fucking loved it. She thought it was so cheesy and awesome.
What'd you think of Ed Harris's dancing? Yeah, that's how he dances.
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad. I love it. I completely forgot the short with the cockroaches.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that one's gross. Yeah.
And the father-in-law from Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. That was pretty good. Those were I shouldn't call them good practical effects, but I liked the practical effects in that one.
It was disgusting.
Thank you, Sam.
That is true.
Wow, really heating up for his time on.
I mean, when we were mentioning The Exorcist, he did say Brandy looked like Linda Blair.
Oh, I'm just gonna start packing my shit now. Right, just before we hit our 20th anniversary, I'm gonna step out. Before she throws me out. All right, Yumper, you got your last two here.
Oh man, God, there's so many to pick from. I'm gonna go with you know what? Since he recently passed, I will go with Candyman. Shout out to Tony Todd.
That guy's a hell of an actor, man.
Yeah,
one of those guys from the 80s that was like a background actor for years and years and years, and you didn't realize how fucking great he was until later on. Just sad, but
yeah.
Candyman's the only movie that I think that scared me when I was younger. And that's because it was in Cabrini Green and growing up in South Side of Chicago, I knew where that was. And I'm like, oh shit, there's really a guy like that. And I was little, I was like, oh. And his voice is what really freaks you out.
It is good. I also didn't realize, I mean, I didn't grow up here, so I didn't know until recently that was based on like adapted from true events.
Yeah.
Very creepy. That made it way scarier to me.
100%. 100%.
Unless it's based on true events, and I was like, no, that's not right.
How?
And crazy, but not that crazy.
Wait, he's the Candyman's real?
Candyman is in your mirror. Watch out.
Who would win a fight between Candyman and Ice Cream Man?
Oh man, Clint Howard.
Yeah.
Clint Howard. That is one of the weirdest, awesomest horror movies ever made.
That is weird.
Yes.
So weird. All right. Yump, your last one.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Let's see. I could go traditional, or I can go. Oh, I can go a lot of ways here. I guess I can go with probably, to me, the second most famous horror icon, even though his last 3 movies have been shit and they kind of screwed him over. Michael Myers. I did not like the Green remakes at all. No. The first one was okay. The second and third one I did not like at all.
I never liked Halloween movies after the second one, honestly.
The third one's good, but he's not in it.
The season of the witch.
Yeah, I thought it was a good.
I can't get through it. I've never been able to actually get through that whole movie.
It's a good concept, and then I think at the end of this last one, he was supposed to have a silver shamrock mask on. But I don't know. But the original one with John Carpenter, I had to pick a John Carpenter film too because I'm a huge John Carpenter fan. But just it made the slasher genre come together, and then the music is iconic. William Shatner gets a call out for it, so I mean, covers all the bases.
Yeah, that's still so wild to me that it was a William Shatner mask that they just painted.
Mm.
It's crazy how effective it is, though. And then I feel like it's also like, well, it's been done, and if anybody tries to recreate it, it doesn't really work with anything else.
But it just shows how bad a franchise can get. I mean, Hellraiser's another good one, without Doug Bradley. But this one, Michael Myers got beat up by Busta Rhymes in one of them. And I'm not saying these guys ass whooped. He had no defense to Busta Rhymes.
It was weird.
Which was the one with Paul Rudd in it?
That was the 5th one. Is when he beats him with a pipe.
Yeah, I actually kind of like that one a little bit. It's entertaining. I'm not gonna say it's good.
You can't say any of them are good. I mean, except for the first one, you can't say any of them are actually good. But definitely.
I really like the second one, the hospital one.
I do too.
Yeah, I think I often say it's my favorite, but it really depends.
That's why I like the Halloween. Halloween Kills.
Yeah,
that's why I like it, because they tried to do the second one and then it was horrible.
Yeah.
When he kills the person in the therapy tub, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, that was gross.
Yeah. How many Halloween movies were there in total?
Well, there's one with him in it, or I mean, all together.
All together.
Well, there's 1, 2, 3.
Well, with
5.
him in it, yeah.
Okay, so there's Halloween 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, and then
there's 7 or 8, I think.
Yeah. No, then you gotta count the Rob Zombie ones.
Oh.
So 11 movies.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay, and he never talked in any of them.
I think he says one word in one, doesn't he?
I don't think he says a word. I think he cries though. He has tears.
In H2O, he's like, and then she chops his head off.
Yeah,
but that's not him, right?
Yeah, and then
someone else.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
the ambulance driver.
He does.
Yeah.
In the one with what's her name, Molly from Roseanne. What's her name? You know what I'm talking about? Danielle Harris. She calls him the boogeyman, and then she calls him Uncle, and he takes off his mask.
Yeah.
He casts tears. They show him crying, but they don't show him talking. I don't think.
Okay. I think it's kind of remarkable. He can make all these movies and he never says anything, and he's still scary. You know what I mean? It's it's pretty remarkable that you found something so downright scary that he doesn't have to really do anything except just be a stoic killer. Just like Voorhees is like that too, but he's a little more supernatural than Michael Myers, right?
Yeah.
We can dive into that after we're done here. Not a Friday the 13th fan, so
King Nam will be very upset with you.
All right, Keelin.
All right. So my last one, is this the last one? Yeah, whatever. The tall man from the Phantasm.
Oh, you got
He's-
Pete's vote. Aloha, Mr. Hand's a huge fan of The Tall Man.
He's scary. Weird. It's a goofy movie, goofy series.
That
But-
dude is frightening, though.
He is frightening. And
Yeah.
I think when he picks up that casket by himself in the first one, I was like, shit, that's scary.
Angus Scrim.
Angus
Yeah.
Scrim, yeah, I was just looking him up.
What a name. Like,
That's not his real name.
oh,
Like, the only reason I know this is because we just did the
why'd you
Halloween
tell me
episodes.
this?
Well, no, he chose that name because he was a stage actor. And in case this movie bombed and he didn't want to be typecast, he
Oh,
chose
okay.
that as a screen name.
I mean, that's a good one. All right.
Yeah.
For a horror movie, that's good. Because I was like, why would you choose that as like your actor name? But yeah, that makes sense.
And yeah, I'm looking at his career right now, with, like
Angus.
the exception, with the exception of doing like an episode of Trapper John. Like all he did was horror. His whole
Yeah,
career.
We got typecast of what he didn't want to do.
Fucking Trapper
Good for
John.
him. I mean, like, it could be worse.
Yeah,
It's probably pretty fun.
get a career out of just being creepy looking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, last pick.
Here's Voorhees.
That's what you just said, right? You like Jason
Yeah.
Voorhees a lot.
So I've been a little off the path with these. I'm gonna go. My last pick isn't gonna be a person, but rather a location. I'm going with the Overlook Hotel.
Ooh,
It's good.
that place is really haunted too.
I feel like it's an entity.
Well, I'm looking at all these lists and all these articles of like people like ranking horror, and they're putting Jack Torrance all over the place. I'm like,
I saw
he's
that,
not really
yeah.
he's not really the villain though. It's the
No.
it's the locale. It's not actually,
Yeah.
those fucking twins.
They were victims too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another one I think where the book, like, once you read the book, it definitely changes how you watch the movie. Or
Yeah,
if you read the book before
Really?
going in the movie. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
Jack Torrance is like a sympathetic,
Mhm.
sort of sympathetic villain. Like, obviously he's
More-
awful, but
more in the book than in the movie. Yeah, and
Yeah.
also when he goes into the room, it's scarier in the book than it is in
Yeah.
the film.
yeah.
When Danny goes into the room. But the Overlook Hotel is like off the Stanley Hotel in Colorado, so it's a real place and it's
Yep.
actually really
Yep.
haunted.
That's like a tourist attraction now. It's actually haunted.
Yeah.
All right. What haunts it then? Like the memory of the film, or was it?
No,
something
I
actually
think it
happened
was.
here?
I think it was actually haunted before when they were filming there. It's been haunted for a long time. I think like spirits and whatnot.
Was it haunted for the same reason it's haunted in the movie?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the dog band's in there. Remember the dog man?
Yeah.
Oh,
That,
man.
yeah. I remember watching that when I was little and I was like, I don't understand what's happening. They're just being weird.
Then you read the book and you're like, what the fuck?
I initially had the idea of picking villains, but none of them were actual people. Like I was gonna pick Sex and Eyes Wide Shut,
Oh,
like, stuff like that. But it's like, nah, that's a little too much.
I almost drafted Grandpa Joe for my final pick. I was thinking about it.
He is a fucking monster.
You know, I just
Who's
realized.
bigger-
Sorry to cut you off, but I just realized this the other day. I was thinking about this. Like, he was making Charlie's mom pay for his fucking tobacco.
I'm getting
Like-
Charlie. I'm giving it up.
Yeah,
Grifter.
Oh, thanks, Grandpa.
and
I've
then
been I've been eating water for dinner for the last 6 months. Fucker.
Yeah, and then he gets a golden ticket, and all of a sudden he could dance around and shit. I would have, if I was his mom, I would have kicked him out of the damn house.
Bum.
I saw a thing on Instagram where they took they played "Let's Get It On" to the grandpa licking the wallpaper.
Gross.
Because it's like if you watch it and you see it, it's kind of uncomfortable the way he licks the wallpaper. So
Sounds nasty.
yeah. All right, let's go with dump lists. Keelan, you want to start? What do we have that we didn't draft? That
I also had Michael Myers. Actually, I'm not even going to mention the ones that were here. I had I guess his name's the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. I had Pinhead. I saw this on a list, so this was a bit of a cheat, but I was like, yeah, that is good. The family and Get Out. I did. I think that was it. I think the other ones you guys mentioned, and then for my worst, I said Chucky and Leprechaun. So there's your shout out, Mailman Jack. But I do love Lep in the Hood Leprechaun. I think there's a puntable factor. Like, if I can punt you, then there's only so much you can do. I do like the Chucky, the Spanish version of Chucky, though. He's good.
Oh yeah,
I
still send that to Yumper every once in a while when I see it on Instagram. Yes,
it's good.
Oh man, I forgot we were gonna do worst ones. Yumper, what's your worst?
Oh, I don't know. That was a hard one. Like, I was actually gonna pick Clint Howard for the Ice Cream Man.
Yeah,
but
it's pretty good.
But I can't think of anything. I mean,
it's such a terrible movie. That's the funny part about the whole thing. Like it's just bad.
I mean, there's this movie. I don't know if anybody's ever watched it, but like, there's this movie called Manos, Hands of Fate.
Yeah,
it's like one of the worst movies ever, and the bad guy in there is like he's like a evil person. It's just horrible acting.
I think I've only seen the Mystery Science 3000 version of that.
I think that's the only one I've seen too. Yeah, that's funny.
But I would have to go like mainstream. I guess Clint Howard or the Trolls from Troll.
That's where I was going.
That's a good one.
You can also say, hang on, got another one, and this might actually piss you guys off, but I don't care. Critters.
Oh, Critters? Oh, they're bad, but they're
fair.
funny.
I never thought the monsters from Tremors were that intimidatingly scary.
Tremors, or you mean Critters?
No, Tremors too. That's what I just in addition to these. So
I mean, they're giant worms. This draft's gonna give me nightmares.
Sorry, Gordo. All right, Yumper, dump list.
I had Pumpkinhead, Leatherface. I had on there. Who else did I have? Frankenstein.
Leatherhead, right?
Leatherhead, yeah.
Okay.
Hannibal Lecter. And I had Norman Bates.
Yep, me too. Okay.
Good.
Leatherface is the leather.
Some
Leatherhead. Leatherhead is the crocodile from Ninja
and
Turtles.
Ninja Turtles, yeah.
There you go.
John Boy and Sarone. Me and my brother still talk about him all the time. Baby Bird, little Baby Bird.
Oh man.
All right, my list. I had Ghostface. And I'm not even like a Scream fan, but like it brought the genre back to think of all the stuff that came because that movie was successful.
Oh, the first few minutes of the first Scream's like, ugh.
Yes.
Still terrifying.
Perfection. And then they made like 70 of them. Patrick Bateman, I went with too. That's a good one. I almost drafted him instead of Bozo Slug, but I went with Bozo Slug. Art the Clown. I mean,
oh, he was on my list as well. He was good.
Another he's a mixture of like silent and terrifying, but also almost like a Freddy Krueger-ish kind of novelty to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I had Malachi and Isaac from Children of the Corn.
Oh, hey, I forgot to tell you, my so in college, my roommate, his name was Tom too. His uncle is Malachi.
What?
That guy's been in a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. The redhead dude?
Yes. I'll give you,
Oh, wow. That's cool as hell.
let me see. Is it the original? I know he's in Children of the Corn, and he actually did a solo film with Children of the Corn too. He was cousin
Children
It
of the Corn always freaked me out.
He was cousin It?
and Adam's Family. Yeah, he was in the Adam's Family as well.
Huh.
What's his name? Tom. I forget his name. I gotta look it up right now.
I forgot Linda Hamilton was in Children of the Corn.
Linda Hamilton. She people are making fun of her now because of
You're thinking of John Franklin, I think. If he played cousin It, that's who played Isaac.
yeah, it's John Franklin. There you go. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's
yeah,
a smaller guy. But yeah, he that's his uncle.
That's wild. You know what's funny? When that movie was made, he looks like a little kid, and he's like almost 30 years old when they made that movie, or 25 years, whatever.
Yeah.
He's frightening, especially after the demon or whatever it is, Satan kills him, and he comes back with like the big cut on his head, and it's fucking frightening. That movie scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. So, that one and Pet Sematary are the two.
Yeah.
I'm not watching. Which brings me to another one. I had the little kid Gage on my list.
Yeah.
Not because he kills the mom or any of that. It's because he cuts the Achilles
Yeah.
tendon.
Oh man, he kills Herman Munster, man.
Yeah.
Yes. Creepy.
Yeah, John Franklin's from Blue Island, Illinois.
Misunderstood. All right.
Wait. I never understood this. Why was Gage dressed up as like a little Dutch boy thing at when he did the cutting? He had his little hat on.
I don't know. He was like he also had like all black on, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like
He was like in a little suit. He had like swagger, a little dead swagger. I did think about putting Zelda on my list last night, and I forgot. That was a good one.
Yeah, she's freaky.
Those two, the kid and Zelda combined, Pet Sematary. I'll never watch that movie again.
Yeah.
Can't do it. But I had Captain Spaulding on my list as well.
Oh,
That's a good one.
awesome dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sid Haig, I met him in person. Awesome dude. Him and Chop Top, they're real cool.
Yeah.
And
He's a White Sox fan.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Cool. Nice.
Yeah. Bill Mosley.
Go ahead, Brian.
We had one list come in. It's from our guy Sean. So we'll go ahead and present that. We forgot Jigsaw.
Kevin McAllister.
Kevin McAllister's a horror villain.
It's good, Sean.
There's a theory that Kevin McAllister actually is Jigsaw.
What?
All right. And worst horror villain. I forgot Jack Frost.
Oh my God. Yeah. That is
Pretty
bad.
terrible.
Michael
That is
Keaton.
bad.
That's a
There's
terrible movie.
there's also Uncle Sam too. Remember him?
Oh,
Sam?
yeah.
Uncle
So
Sam.
many bad ones.
Yeah, he's like a military guy. He came back.
Oh, I thought it was the actual Uncle Sam.
Well, I mean, he has the mask
With
of
the
the Uncle
hat
Sam.
and-
Yeah, he has the mask and everything. It's a pretty horrible movie.
You could take Santa Claus from what's the one in the 80s with Santa Claus is like serial killer.
There's a Tales from the Crypt. That's
Oh,
Santa
that
Claus
one's
one.
great. Yeah, I think we talked about that last time. I was talking to
so
Yumper. Yeah, that one's great. There's like two versions. There's the one with forgot her name. She was like a soap opera actress,
Mhm.
and then there was like a '90s version, and they're both really good. And they're on YouTube, so you can just Google or look on YouTube like "Tales from the Crypt Christmas," and both versions will come up.
There's
Last time I
also
checked.
Bill Goldberg as Santa Sleigh. I'm dead serious. He's like
I
the king.
forgot that existed. Yeah. That's funny as hell. All right, this was a fun one.
It's good.
I always like having you two on. You guys are great.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. I wanted to mention, definitely don't forget to, if you haven't purchased a shirt for our good buddy Gordo, head on over to the website, to the Big Cartel, and grab a shirt. We've had quite a few purchases, so thanks for helping out our buddy. That's about it for now. Yumper, you got anything you want to plug, buddy?
Yeah, we have a show coming up on Friday at 8:30. We're still discussing what's going to be. It's going to be old format with me and Tony of the At the Show podcast, and I'll be dropping a review this week. I recorded voiceover for it already, so I have to edit it sometime this week when I have time.
Cool. Keelin, anything you want to plug?
No, not really. I guess the only thing is I see a lot of people are moving to Blue Sky finally. So if anybody wants to follow me, my handle over there is really tiny. But it's KEELIN12FT and then the rest of the normal Blue Sky thing. So glad to see friends there again and not on on site.
I jumped on the other day on my account and I hadn't posted anything in like 11 and a half months or something. So I'm going to start using that more. Noticing a lot of people. And I noticed it's gotten better. Like the format for it is a lot better than it was like a year ago. So
yeah, it's definitely improved a lot.
Yeah, definitely. If you don't want to deal with the everyday fucking rigmarole of Twitter, this show is the only reason I'm still using Twitter on a regular basis. So head on over to Blue Sky and get that going. I will be back in 2 days, actually, 49 hours from now, actually. Sam Reeves and Nick Morawski will be on with me. We're going to be drafting stand-up comics. So
nice.
It's going to be a fun one. I've been watching clips all weekend, so we'll... Sam's gonna bring his porn bots over to Blue Sky. I'm looking forward to that.
How many do you have, Sam? I have like 250 on Twitter out of 300 followers.
Should I read this thing you gave us in the private chat?
No.
No, you want me to read that before I go? Okay, all right. Hey, I could have gotten a deeper voice going and gone through that, but all right. Thanks again, guys, for being on. Thanks for everybody in the chat, Sam, Caitlin, Brandy, Gordo, Jack, everybody that always just helps make this show that much better and that much more fun to get through on a weekly basis. Helps with adding content, and every time any of us laugh, I think it adds to the show. So definitely, keep contributing. Thanks again, like and subscribe. Sadistic Penguin Studios. We're up to almost 700 subscribers now on the channel, so let's get to that. Let's get to 40,000 by the end of the year. We'll do it. If we get to 40,000 by the end of the year, I'll take my shirt off on a show.
4,000,
okay?
You mean?
No, 40,000. So
subscribers?
Yes.
Yumper's like, nope.
You want to reach for the sky, man?
Yeah,
that's your stretch goal.
I gotta be realistic here, man.
Damn.
I mean, is 4,000 realistic at this point?
No, it's not. No.
Thanks, Warrior. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Goodbye.
Bye.